Okay.
I didn't see my wife. I couldn't work after my kids went to bed. I went to bed before my kids. But I can still visit.
Okay, we're holding on Daf Nun Vav. Daf Nun Vav Amid Aleph. That's 56. 56A. Nun Vav. And we're a little bit under halfway down. It starts Marta Bas Baitas. The line starts Dechiti. Dechiti. I'm going to count how many lines it is. 5. It's about 22 lines up. Okay. You with me, Reb Naftali? Okay. So Marta Bas Baitas, we were learning about that there were 3 wealthy people in Yerushalayim that could have supported the whole city, but the zealots burnt down the storage houses of the wheat and the barley, and then people were dying in a famine. Well, Marta Bas Baitas, Atirta Yerushalayim Hava. Marta, the daughter of Baitas, was from the wealthy people of Yerushalayim. Shadarta l'shlucha. She sent out her messenger. She said to him, bring me fine flour. Adazel, while he was on his way, his dabin, it was all sold out. His dabin. Also, he came, Amrla. He said to her, Smidaleka, chivartika. The fine flour is not there, but they still have the white flour. Amrle, Zilaisili, so go and get it. You know, in Sechtas Nadarim, we had this whole discussion about someone takes a vow, was that considered the same category? And one of the things we said was, well, if the messenger would come back and ask, then obviously it was the same category, because or else he would have bought it. But obviously, that's something else. Then we said, no, the opposite. We said the fact that he's coming back to mention that if you don't have this, you don't, but there is that, obviously it is the same category. He didn't say, but there's fish, you know. So obviously there was different opinions there. Well, anyway, go bring me the white flour. There's no white flour, but there's this black bread. Amalei, go bring me that. The Azel, while he was going as Dabin, that was already sold out. Yeah, he didn't have a phone. The only I understand this Gemara. The only thing I don't get is the first one, when she said Zil Isili Smida Ad Azal is Dabin. While he was going, it got sold out. How does she even know that while he was going, it got sold out? I mean, and every time he returns, he saw it a minute ago. He says it's still there. He goes back to ask when he goes back. While he was coming, it got sold out. But it's the first one,
it's a narrated.
I know, but the first one, how did we know it got sold out while he was going? Maybe it wasn't there even before he left. He wasn't there yet. He didn't see it yet. I'm saying in the first instance, when she asked for the fine flour, said while he was going, it got sold out.
Right. But by the time he got there, it was gone.
I know, but maybe it was gone even before he left.
But they didn't know that.
I know, that's why I'm saying. Why does it say Ad Asal while he was going?
The narration.
That's the only thing I would think of is that someone came told her in the store that have fine flour.
Oh, okay. Hillel's saying that either someone told her that there's fine flour or she was coming from the store. Okay. Anyway, but you know the end of the story. Ad Azel, while he was going, it's Dabin, even the black bread was sold out. Also, Armalei Gesharkalak Kimcha, the Sari, there's no black bread. What is that, pumpernickel or something? But there is barley bread. There's barley flour. Amalei Zelaisili, go bring me that. Ad Azel is Dabin. Got sold out while he was on the way. We're on Nun Vav. And there's 20 lines or something, 15 lines from the bottom. Havishlifa Masana, she wasn't wearing her slippers. Her slippers were pulled off. Amra, she said, let me go out and I'll see if I can find something to eat. Esav la parta bekara, some dung got on her foot as she was walking, got her slippers. She stepped into. Yeah.
I pick up my book.
Well,
No, I
Umesa, and she died. Karila Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai, Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai said about her, Harakabach ba'anuga ashalei nissa kafragla, the delicate and the like pampered, that didn't even attempt to step outside.
I wonder if this is
Danielle is
origin.
sharing something here. 1 second, let me get that back. I lost it.
I thought about that.
Second, I keep losing it. Let me try to see it. This story seems to parallel the exchange between Hashem and Abraham for the destruction of Sodom. That's interesting. The back and forth. If there's this, if there's that. Yeah. Right.
I was going to say, I wonder if this is the origin of the concept that they used to say in Yiddish, don't go don't go barefoot because people catch pneumonia and people who came from Europe didn't believe that. So I could never understand growing up, what does walking without shoes have to do with catching pneumonia? So they believe it, and maybe this was the original story of someone
Interesting.
shoeless and died. I don't know. I was made to always put my slippers on.
Well, the mothers say, put on a sweater, you can catch a cold. And
It's 90 degrees outside.
No, but do you believe that also? I mean, that if you don't wear a sweater, you catch a cold?
But I'm saying it must in origin.
Right. Okay. Well, Ikadamrida, those that say Gregor Rab Tzadok Achla with Nisa Umesa. She stepped into the no, it doesn't say she stepped into, it says she ate. She ate the fig that Reb Tzadok had eaten, and she was disgusted and she died. Why did she eat it? If nothing else. Okay, now we get the story. The Reb Tzadok Yosef Abban Shnim Tanisa. Reb Tzadok sat for 40 years in the fast. Leilachar Yerushalayim said Yerushalayim should not be destroyed. Ki aviyachal midi, when he would eat something, have mischazim evra, you could see it from outside of him, see it going down. Avibari, when he was healthy, that means that when he was recovering, Maisle Gregors, they brought him a fig. Mayitz, Mayo, he sucked out the water. Veshadilu, when he threw out he just sucked out the juice of it. When she was passing away, when Martha was passing away, she took out all the gold and silver, she threw it into the market. Amr, she said, what do I need this for? Yeah.
I have a question. I'm sorry. In the English, it says they put in a dry figs, which doesn't make sense because dry figs, how does he suck out the moisture from them? They're dry. So it should be wet figs.
Well, they may be that Gregris is already a dried. Rashi says it's already dried.
How do you suck out? How do you get wet from the stone? How do you get rid of?
Maybe it wasn't as dried as like where things were dried. It could be the term Gregris is already used for dried figs, so that's why Rashi's saying that. Well, yeah, someone told me, I forget what Harry was talking about, but he said it was a lot of real estate. He said the times it was so bad, he said he would have given the building for a sandwich. I don't know exactly what it's referring to. There's an old guy who fell out of this crash, that crash, whatever. Anyway. Right. Right. Vaina diksiv kasman bechutzes yashlicha, that the silver outside they throw it. Okay. Abba Sakra, Reish Bar Yunid Yerushalayim. He was this fellow Abba Sikra. He was the head of the zealots of Yerushalayim. Barachte de Rabbi Yechim ben Zakkai. He was the son of Rabbi Yechim ben Zakkai's sister. So far we know, I guess Zakkai has Rabbi Yechanan, and he has this girl, and this girl has a son, Abba Sikra. You assume it's associated with the Sikritan. Remember, we had Sikritan with these people that would steal properties, and it was called, we said that there was a dagger that was called Sakari or something. His nickname. Okay. So, you know, the sea in English was really a case out. The sea, there was no soft sea in Kikaro. There wasn't Cicero. Ukianas, ocean. We say ocean, but then it was Ukian. Anyway, so this is the sea could have been sicker. Apparently, Abba Sikra was not his actual Sikra. The Sikara was not his actual name, but rather a nickname. Sikara being the Aramaic form of the word Sicarius or murderer. In Midrashim, he is called Ben Batia, similar to Ben Avatia, meaning son of a watermelon. Oh, Avatia. One second. As he is called in tractate Kalim. These appear to be nicknames given him due to his great size. The present passage identifies him as one of the leaders of the great revolt. Okay. Maybe that was the conversation in Kalim. Remember, in Sechtes Kalim, Rabbi Yechim ben Zakkai has this discussion about how they would steal people with the weight, with the balance. They would steal. They would put mercury in this thing. One way, and he has. Anyway, okay. So. He sends for him. He sends for Abba Sikara. Come secretly to me. Asa he comes. How long are you going to do this? That you're going to kill the world with a famine. What do you want me to do? If I tell them anything, they're going to kill me. Now he's stuck with his own, henchmen. They'll get rid of him. Amalei Chazili Takanta Lididi de Epok. Find for me a solution that I should get out. After David teleport, maybe I can save something. Amalei Nakait Napshach Tsiri says, make yourself sick. Everyone's going to come visit you. Take something that's rotting and put it next to you. And everyone will say, that you passed away, from the smell of Okay, so Valaili Bach Talmidach and your students will enter. No one else should enter. Bach the Kalalat. I guess now they're talking about how to carry, so that they won't feel that you're light. Because the Yadi, because they know the Chaya Kal Mimisa, that a person that's alive is lighter than when he's dead. Dead weight. Right? That's the expression. I guess they weigh.
That person. Wind chill, when there's wind, it's the same temperature.
Oh, you mean like a windshield?
I know, say something.
Right. It says it has to do with the way they distribute the weight.
Yeah, no, but
Watch.
Really?
yeah, that's why they take the nails to go.
We learned about that here also.
David Hachi. they did this. Nichnasu by Rabbi Eliezer mitzad echad, Rabbi Shua mitzad echad. Rabbi Eliezer comes from one side, Rabbi Shua comes from the other side. When they reached the gates, they wanted to put a spear through the body. Amar lahu. So he said to them, Abba Sikra said, Yaimru, people are going to say Rabban Dakru, that they pierced their rabbis. So they just wanted to push him and see if he's going to scream. Amalahu, Yaimru, they're going to say Rabban Dakru, that they pinched the rabbi. Paschale Baba, they opened the door. Nafakik went out. Kimat Lahasam, when he reached there, yes, there means the Roman camp. Amar, he says, Shalma alach malka, peace unto you, king. Shalma alach malka, peace unto you, king. Amalei, so he said to him, talking about not Nero, not Vespasian. Amalei, mechayvis trei said you should be deserving the death penalty twice. Chada, first of all, lav malka ana, v'karis li malka. I'm not a king, and you're calling me the king. That's treason. V'su, another thing is, I'm really a king. What took you so long to get here? Amalei, he says, the karmet la malka, this that you said that I'm not a king. Ivra, malka. The truth is that you really are a king. Rashi says it means that you're going to be a king. Ilav malka le mimser Yerushalayim biyadach. If you weren't a king, then Yerushalayim will not be given into your hands. That Lebanon will fall into the strong. Bein Adir el Melech. Adir means strong, means a king. And his strength comes from him. I'm not sure about the pasuk. And their mighty ones shall be of themselves, and their ruler shall proceed from their midst. I guess it means that the king will come from themselves. Okay, so over there it's explaining, we're using that to explain that Ader means a king. Lebanon means the temple. This good mountain in the Lebanon. This is referring to the Beis Hamikdash. Second point, the Karmati Malkana, if I'm a king, so why didn't you come until now? The zealots that are amongst us didn't let me. Let's say you have a barrel of honey. This is Vespasian's example. The darken karachla, and you have a darken, it's a dragon, but it means a snake, some sort of. The consonants sound like dragon. You won't break the whole barrel to kill the snake. What does he want him to do? He should have destroyed the wall of the city. That's what he wants him to do. He should have opened the gates, break the wall, so that he'll get rid of the zealots. When anyway, Ishtik, he was quiet. Karla Rabbi Yosef, Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Yosef, and some say Rabbi Akiva. I don't know how it jumps like that. Yosef, and some say Rabbi Akiva said. It's a few hundred years different. Usually, when you have a Vitema, you have Amar of Papa, Vitema Rav, Amar Rav, Vitema of Papa. They were teacher student, and when he said it, you didn't know if he's saying it from himself or he's saying it from the teacher. This Minakur was now the site of the Crown Plaza Hotel. Oh, really? Interesting. The historians say that this conversation took place at what's now the site of the Crown Plaza Hotel, right outside the wall, right up the street, Shar Yafa. So he said, the Rabbi Yosef, what is that? The tour guides, the tour guides. Yeah. I don't know. It could have been the place, Oh, it's that's what it means. That's what he means, because it's the highest point. That would be a high point to be able to look over the wall. There's a hill up there. Vitema Rabbi Akiva, some say it was Rabbi Akiva that said this that that the Chachamim turn back and their minds become foolish. Why didn't Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai say? He should have said Shaklin and Tzavsa, Shaklin and Leila Darkan. We're going to take a tweezer. We're going to take off the snake. The Katlin, we're going to kill it. But Chavisa Shavkin, we're going to be able to have the barrel still intact. Okay. Adahachi. While having this conversation, Asi Pristika Allah Miraimi. A messenger comes from Rome. Amalei kum demisla Caesar. Get up. The Caesar died. Does it say over there which Caesar it was before Vespasian? I think this was that year. There was 4 emperors or something. It's like it was like a year, or the year of the 4 emperors.
It wasn't Caesar because it's in that sentence, Vespasian was ruling over
I know,
Jews.
no, but who was the emperor before Vespasian? Could have been Nero. It could have been Nero. But it says it was Nero.
Nero went crazy.
I know, but we thought that maybe that was later. So, Ba'amri, Hanu, Chashivi, Deremi, and those important people of Rome, which is, it could be, those like the Senate, like Sivach Beresha, they said that you should be the new king, new emperor. Havisim Chad Misani. He was tying one shoe. Boila Masai Malachrini wanted to put on the other one. Layayal, it wouldn't go on. Boila Mishvalidach, he wanted to take up the first one. Lay Nafik. Was it Johnny? One shoe on, one shoe off. Amar, my hi, what's going on? Amalei, late star. He says, don't be upset about this. Shmo Teiva Asilach, you had the good news. Tiksiv, Shmo Teiva Tadashanatzim. It sounds like it's good news, but it's probably not such good news to be the emperor in Rome. That the good tidings makes the bone fat. What should he do? He said, bring a person that you're not so satisfied with, like an enemy. Let him go past you. Broken spirit, makes the bone dry out. So you'll he did this in Ayel and it went. He was able to put on his shoe. Amalei, he says, since you're so smart, why didn't you come to me until now? Didn't I tell you? You forgot. Amalei, he said to him, I also asked you back that you should have broken the barrel and whatever. Amalei, then he says to him, I have to go, but they're going to send another person. Give me something that I could give you. Amalei, tenli Yavna v'chachamel. He says, give me Yavna, which that was the yeshiva and the sages. Don't destroy Yavna. I guess in the message that you send to the new person, they should let Yavna survive, preserve Yavna. Shushilta de Rabban Gamliel. Also, you should leave the family, the lineage. Shushilta means the chain of Rabban Gamliel. Va'asvasa the Messiah lay Rab Tzadok, and I also need doctors, the Masyan. I need doctors that will heal Rab Tzadok. Karla Rabbi Yosef, Itim Rabbi Kiva, so Rabbi Yosef, and some say Rabbi Kiva said, Meshav Chacham Emachav V'daitim Yisachal, that the wise people turn back and their mind becomes foolish. You should have said, you should leave it for now, go fight something else. Just, drop the whole campaign. But Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai was thinking, that was not going to be a good negotiating tactic, because he would reject that and then he would be left with nothing. So he wanted to at least to have the basic things. Asvasa Damasyan Leila Rab Tzadok Maihavi. What was the remedy that they said to Rab Tzadok? Yom Kama, the first day, Ashkum Maya the Pari, they gave him water that had bran soaked in it. The next day, Maya the Sipuka. It was water that had something a little bit bran that was a little bit thicker. Rashi says there was also some flour mixed in. The next day, Maya the Kimcha was water with flour. And Ad Ravach Maya, until his stomach enlarged, porta bit by bit. Wasn't able to eat anything. The stomach shrunk. Ozil Shadre Latitas. So they sent the next Vespasian. Titus was Vespasian's son. It was a brother somewhere in here. So one of them was a brother. I don't know. Maybe it was after Titus. Maybe that was a brother. The son, Titus? Son Titus. Yeah. I don't remember the okay, Vamar, he said, Eyali came, where's the God? By the rock that they trust in. Zet Titus Rasha Shachira Fagidif Klapi Maila. This is Titus Rasha that blasphemy is towards heaven. Ma Asa, what did he do? Tafar Zainabiyad, he takes a prostitute. And Vinichnas Labeskatche Kadashim, he enters into the Holy of Holies. Vitzia Sefer Torah, he spreads out a Sefer Torah, Vavra Avera, and he commits a sin on it. Not al Saif, he takes a sword, Gider Saprechas, and he pierces the curtain. Nasenes Vahiyadam Mevatzviyetze. Miracle happens and blood starts to come out. Kasava Harigasatzmei, he thinks that he killed God. Shenemar, as it says, Shagu Tzayrecha Bekerev Mayadecha, Samo Isaisa Maisas. Your enemies cry out in your meeting places. They make signs, they make their signs as signs, which means that this was a sign that the blood came out. It must be that they killed God. Abachanan Amar, Mikamecha Chasinka. Abachanan says, who was like you? Chasin over here means to endure, like refrain. Michamecha Chasin v'kasha shatishmein yutze v'gduf shleisha rasa v'sheisek. Who was like you that could hear such blasphemy of that wicked person and then remain silent? In the house of Rabbi Shmuel, they said, who was like you amongst the strong ones, Hashem? Who was like you that's silent? Hashem doesn't do anything. He lets him get away with this. Ma'asa, what did he do? Natalas prechas. He takes the prechas, so kamin gargusni, turns it into like a basket. And the heavy kol keon shebemikdash, he takes all the vessels of the mikdash and he puts it inside of it. Yes, he rolls it up or something. Veshivim besvini, puts it on a boat. Leilech l'shtabeach birei, to take it, to pride himself in the city. That's what they would do when they would go to battle. They would come back. They would make a parade, show what they conquered.
It's like
The arch.
where they show
Right.
carrying the-
It was very good for the politics in those days. So
story makes me sick.
Shenemar, as it says, and then we see the wicked buried. That's what it sounds like. They come from a holy place. Yahalchu, they go. Yishtakchu be'ir, and they become forgotten in the city. Ashekenasu, that they did. Al tikri kavurim. Don't say kavurim, ela kavutzim. Don't say the wicked are buried. Say that what it means is that they're gathered. And al tikri v'yishtakchu. Don't say that they're forgotten. Ela v'yishtabchu. Say that they pride themselves. So this is referring to this parade that he's going to make. Okay. Ikadamri, some say kavurim mamish, means buried. What is it? So what's buried? Even things that were hidden away in Yerushalayim, Titus found them and they took them. They looted the whole place, A tide, a big wave comes up to sink the ship. Amar, he says, it's the heavy parechas there to create kind of it, this is not weighing it down. Apparently, the God of the Jews, his power is only in water. So, Pari came. How did he kill Pari? In the sea. Means the Egyptians. Sisra Tava B'mayim. Sisra as well they drowned in the water. It was the Kishon stream, the river. Afu Amad Alayl Tavanim B'mayim. Now he wants to come and sink me, to drown me. If he's really so strong, let Let him come onto dry land. Do battle with me over there. Yatsabaskal Vamalai, so a voice comes out and says, Russia ben Russia, ben Benaishal, Esav Russia, wicked son of wicked, the grandson of Esav, very Bria Kala, very Akali Yeshli Bailam. You have this little creature in my world. V'yitashma, it's called a gnat, a yitash, a mosquito or a gnat. Am I currently Bria Kala? Why is it called this light or small creature? The Ma'alna Islayim Afghana Leslie, because it only takes in and it doesn't let out. It doesn't have a, it only has a mouth, but it doesn't have an exit. What does it say? Maral? Oh, wait, that's coming out. One second. Olali Abash, he comes up to the dry land. Alili Abash Vitasi Imam Muhammad. Go on to dry land and wage war with it. Ali Abash, it comes onto the dry land. So this mosquito comes and flies right into his nose. It starts to, like a woodpecker, it like pecks away at his head, at his brain for 7 years. One day, he was walking by a blacksmith, the door of a blacksmith. Shamakal Arasfata. He hears the sound of the hammer, ishtik, and the beating against his brain stopped. Omar, he says, I have a solution. Every day, he brought a blacksmith to come into his palace and to bang away. What is that?
And all his family.
To bang away. This is the kids making noise. This is Lenachri Yavle Arbazuze. For the non-Jew, he would pay him actually to bang. Four coins. $4. Yisrael, to a Jewish person, it's enough that you see your enemy suffering. He did this for 30 days. But after this came into dash, the gnat got used to the sound. It stopped bothering. That's the solution, by the way, for those families. The kids are playing the drums in the house. It just takes 30 days, and then you're good to go. Wait it out. Okay, Tanya. It was taught in a Bryce summer. Pinchas ben Aruva says, "Ani hayisi ben gedolei. I was amongst the great people of Rome. And Titus died. They opened up his head. They saw like a wild bird in there. Mishkal shnei slime that weighed 2 slime. Masnisatan and Bryce was taught Gezel ben Shana was like a young bird. Mishkal shnei litrin, that its weight was 2 liters. And Amar Abaya says Naktinan, that we've heard that Pivshal Nechashas, its mouth was copper, its Parnishal Barzel, nails were iron. Okay. I think in conventional history, they think that he was poisoned. In Rome, everyone wanted to be like the emperor. So if you had relatives, they would poison the emperor and this, so that they could take over. It was like very brutal. Anyway, whenever an emperor died, there's always like the historians are saying, "Oh yeah, I was poisoned in this," and they wanted to get rid of him and this thing.
So this was toxic.
Whatever it was, yeah. Whatever it was.
That gets rid of the gnat story. In that story, at least, if it was a mosquito, there was a vector. Mosquito was a vector carrying, like coccidioidomycosis, some germ or whatever they got in the brain that caused calcification. I like that story better.
You like the what's it called?
I like the gnat.
The gnat. They have these things when a bug flies into the ear, like very painful.
Cockroach that comes in, which goes on the eardrum, drives the little kids or adults nuts. They want to Yeah. It's a hole. But
What they do, I think, what they do is they put in oil. You know, sometimes they put oil in the air, and it's just like, and then afterwards they shake it out.
don't use the oil technique for. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Do not try this at
The Daf Yomi is not a first aid.
first thing.
Okay. He havi kamayas when he was dying. Amalei liklua lau gavri. You should burn this person, which means burn it, cremate, be cremated. Lavaji lekit me ashev yami, and spread the ashes over the 7 seas. Leilash kachei alei kadi udai v'lekmoy bedina. He doesn't want the God of the Jews to find them and to bring them to judgment. Unkeles bar klunikas bar achte de titus haviboyle gure. Unkeles, the son of Klunikas, the nephew of Titus, wants to convert. Azal askila Titus benegida. There's another version of this that he was the nephew of Vespasian. Anyway, he brings him up.
Uncle Louis.
Brings him up with magic. Amalei man chashav bu alma. Now my Gemara is not I don't have the original version. I have something on the bottom of here. If you have the new Gemaras, I'm gonna borrow and I got it. There's something in here that's been edited out. So he brings up Titus with magic. Amalei man chashav bu alma. Who's important in the world, in that world, in the world of truth? Amalei Yisrael, the Jewish people. That's what's important. Malad Bukibu, what do you say about me joining them? Amalei Milayo Nefishin V'lematzdek Mina. Way too many laws. You'll never be able to keep 613 mitzvahs. Way too hard. Zil Igaribu Bahu Alma. What's best is just to taunt them and Vahavas Reish, and then you'll become a leader because those that bothered the Jewish people become leaders. Kalametz Yisrael Nasser Reish. Amalei, he says, Dina du gafr b'mai, how are you being judged? Amalei, so Titus says, my the pasuk on Nafshay, what I did to myself. I said, what happens is Kol yom machnas lekitmi. Every day they gather all the ashes. V'dainilu, they judge me. V'kalalei, they burn me again. And mavadra sheyam, and then they sprinkle me out on the 7 seas. Aske asku lebilam, the Negida. He brings up Bilam with magic. Amalei man chashabu alma, who's important? Amalei Yisrael, says the Jewish people. Says Malad Bukibu, should I connect to them? Amalei Lesidr Shleimim v'Tevasim Kaliyam. Don't bother. Don't seek their welfare all the days of your life. Amalei Dina du Gavr b'mai. You know, I got to look at your. This switches from. Amalei b'shich v'zerei tachas. I'm judged. He asked him, how is Bilam being judged? He says he's judged with boiling semen. Now he goes and he raises up Yashka from the dead, the Nazarene. Amalei man chashabu alma. He says, who's important in your world, in the world of truth? Amalei Yisrael. Malad Bukibu. What should I do to connect to them? Should I connect to them? Amalei Tevasim Dreish. You should seek their welfare. Vasim Lesiders, don't seek their misfortune. Anyone that touches them, if he touches the apple of the eye. Amalei Dini Bu Gavra B'mai. He says, what's the punishment in your world? Amalei B'tzayre Tachas. Do you have this Gemara in your Gemara? Do you have that inside? Okay. They added it back in the new Gemaras. B'tzayre Tachas, with boiling excrement. Damarmar taught, the master said, what's a brisa? Anyone that laughs at the words of the sages is judged by boiling excrement. Mara says, Tachazi ma bein Yisrael and Nevi'u Masailam. Look at the difference between the the prophets. Yeah. No. What mine says is it's just dine dehu gavra. Anyone that laughs at the sages is judged in boiling excrement. Gemara says, look at the difference. You see, when it came to the sinner of Israel, which is Yeshu, so he says you should seek their welfare. And when it came to the non-Jewish prophets, they said don't seek their welfare. I guess it looks like it's even praising even the sinner of the Jews is not going to say not to seek their welfare. Look at this whole story. Look at the power of being embarrassed. Because Bar Kamsa was embarrassed, and Hashem helped him. And he destroyed his house and he burnt his chamber, burnt the Beis Hamikdash. Because of that's in there, but I don't have Yeshua Naitzri. What do you have? You have Hahu Gavra? Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I have. I thought they would have adjusted it back. You don't even have a note on that. Okay.
So you have a Gemara here.
It says Yeshua Naitzri in the Koran.
Oh,
That means you should try to make things good for them. The other one said you should try to. Yeah. No, I think he means he's not telling him to convert. It's what I understood is he's telling him whatever you make sure you don't harm them. There was another Gemara somewhere where Vespasian asked him, "Why did you convert?" Remember is it a Medrash or a Gemara where they send sends his messengers, sends his guard to bring Unkelis to him, and Unkelis doesn't. They tell the guard, "Don't talk to them," because the first guards converted. Remember that story? Then when he comes, he says, "Why did you do this?" He said, "You advised me to buy low and sell high," and so right. You converted. Okay, Atanagol to Charav Tur Malka. The Hara Melech, this place called Tur Malka, Tur means a mountain of the king. This place was destroyed because of this rooster and hen. Davi Nehigi, they had a custom. Gavi Mafki Chasna Vakalsa, Mafki Kamayo Tanagola, Vatanagolta. When a Chassan and Kala were going, I guess, towards the chuppah or coming from the chuppah, so they would have a rooster and a hen that would go in front of them. It was this procession down the aisle, you know. So Kalaimar Pruvu Katanagalim, that you should be fruitful and multiply like the roosters. Yaimachad, one day, Havikachalef Gunda Durumai, this Roman legion came by, and Shaklinu Minayo, they took the rooster and the hen. Naflo Alayo Mechunu, Naflo Alayo Mechunu. They fell on them and they hit them, right? Also, they came, Amalela Caesar, the legion went back to the Caesar, said, Mardabach Yudai, they're rebelling. They might not have even known what they did wrong. They took this, this was symbolic. It wasn't just a chicken to eat for dinner. Also, Alayo, the army came, Havid Bahu Bar Draima, David Kafetz Mila. There was this one person from the south that he could jump a mill, the Kutlbu, and then he would kill from the Romans. Shakli Caesar Litage. The Caesar takes off his crown, puts it on the ground. Amari Bainadalma Kula, master of the entire world. Inichalach, if you want, Leitimcher Lugavra Lididei al Malchusibiyade. Don't give over this person, him and his kingdom, into the hands, the Chad Gavra, in the hands of one person. Well, actually, the mouth of the south person from the south stumbled, said the wrong thing. Are you your God that has forsaken us, and God did not go in our legions? So once he said that, then he was in trouble. Gemara asks, David Nami Amar Hachi. David also said this. Says David Yatmoi Kamatama. David said it in shock. He didn't say it, he said it in astonishment. Are you going to, it was like a rhetorical question. Are you going to forsake us? Are you going to leave us? He said it, you have forsaken us, you have left us. Allah basically say. He went into the bathroom. Asa Drukna, a snake came, Shamti Lekarkashte, the karkashe, and pulled at his anus, Nafshe, and he died. What does that mean? Shamti means pulled, to remove. Shamti is to pull out. Karkashe is his insides. Karkashta.
Take out the viscera.
Oh, the intestines, okay. Amar Hayel V'Srachshli Nisa, because a miracle happened, Azimna Ashavkinu. I'm gonna leave them. A miracle happened here. The king says, I'm gonna leave them. So Shavkinu, he leaves them. Va'azal. And he goes. Va'azal is Dakar. What does this Dakar mean? Oh, is Dakar means they rejoice. Is Dakar va'achlu v'shasu v'adliku shragi. They were rejoicing, they were eating and drinking, they lit candles, they lit torches, I guess. Adis chazi bilyuni de gushpanka barachik mila, until the so the light was so strong that you could see the image of the insignia. You could see it from a mile away. Well, Amar Mechtaka Chadi Beyudai, the Jews are laughing at us. Hadar Asi Alayu came in after and came onto them. Oh my gosh, it's late. Okay, we'll leave it over here. We read it on we study it on Tisha B'Av. So